Hi guys, this is Al. Welcome to volume 3 of my online video blog, talking about the different creative processes I go through with music, film, and just my personal thoughts on things. And it's a rainy day. I'm actually sitting in my car, and if you take a look around, it's stormy. It's starting to slow down a little bit, but honestly, it's kind of nice to just chill and listen to the rain sometimes. But what my video is about today is basically I want to talk about forgiveness. And when I put that into music or film, the instances I've used film as a form of forgiveness, not just to myself, but to others, and find some kind of redemption in the creative process of things. Some of you might think, well, that's a little strange. That's a little on the weird side. But honestly, it's been quite successful. And I've heard a lot of artists that use music especially as a form of therapy that pulls you out of really dark places. And I would have to agree. You know, music for me has been a form of therapy. Movie creating has been a form of therapy. And it has kind of brought me full circle in a lot of instances to where at one point maybe I felt really lost. And then something will hit me and to write about that pain, write about those things that I'm going through. Not to point fingers at anyone, not to put anybody down in a song, but to release it, to let it go. And sometimes there's people out there, in fact, I know pretty much all of us have gone through that at one point or another, or a lot. And it helps to turn on a radio when you're driving down the road and you hear a song that you're like, damn, I've been through that too. And it feels so good to have somebody reflect that back to me, to know that I'm not alone. And I think that's really healthy. I think we need more of that. I think that's really, really important in our society and as a humanity. So, so if you release it and you let it go, well, do you still hold on to that pain? If you are dealing with somebody that you cannot stand, that you cannot trust, that you gave your heart to, whatever it is, well, if you write a song about it, or you make a movie about it, or something that connects to it, and you let it go, does that mean it's gone? Does that mean it's taken care of? Well, I think within you, it probably is. Because I know for me, once I've written a song that has really expressed how I have felt, it's gone. And I've let it go. And in some instances, I've been able to trust again. Maybe those individuals or those situations, because I wrote about it, I worked it out within myself, and it's like it never even happened. Now, I think that that doesn't mean that you are stupid, that you forget what that person did or the circumstances. But it does mean that maybe you should forget it. Maybe they grew. Maybe they're not the same kind of person. You know, I know a lot of people in my life, especially the people that I grew up around, have a hard time letting things go. They hold on to grudges big time. You know, fool me twice, you know, you're scarred for life kind of thing. I don't know about that anymore. I think there's some people that when they learn something, they learn. And I know I've made mistakes in my past. I wouldn't go back and repeat them. I wouldn't go back and go back to some habits that maybe I used to have years and years ago. I grew up from that. I'm a different person now. I'm a whole new being within myself. And I've learned, I've matured. And I think to not allow others to do that as well is not what forgiveness is at all. And because you're still holding on to that pain, you may think it's a way of defending yourself, but really you're really just holding on to something that maybe they're not that way anymore. That's you doing that. And so I find that writing music today for myself and making movies has been a fantastic way to forgive and to let go. And contrary to whether the person or situations you're writing about has changed or not, I've changed. And I've grown. And I've seen things in a new light. And so I think a lot of the instrumental music I write too sometimes, which y'all have not heard yet. Maybe you've seen a little bit of it here and there online, but I'm kind of focusing on maybe doing something about that, to maybe make a full album of nothing but instrumental music. So that's later. That's another whole nother video. Music, I think, is a releasing thing. Creativity, filmmaking, even if you're an artist, you paint, whatever that you do, you can channel those emotions into there, release it, help others to release it. Well, with that in mind, I conclude this video. So until next time, my friends, you can find me on almauro.com, on Reverb Nation, Facebook, and thanks a lot. God bless.